done a lot of ads, obviously, over the years, the Vodafone one most famously. But do you ever feel that perhaps you're cheapening your art by working within that purely commercial medium?
Not at all. I think the difference in advertising industry that they are forward-looking. More than film. They always try something new. They always look for fresh ideas. And I am fresh. On the contrary, being part of the advertising industry made me a progressive icon, made me a fashion. Unlike movies, they are just stuck in 2 hours inside the cinema. But advertising, everybody sees. And if it's successful, they air it even longer. So at all, I think my experience with advertising taught me a lot. At least made me creative, unlike other regular celebrities who are waiting for the script.
That's an interesting viewpoint, Abla. I'm sure there's possibly filmmakers in this room who may be surprised to hear that they're not creative, and adverts are. But perhaps if we can look at some key aspects of filmmaking, you could tell us what we think we could learn from your experience within the advertising and indeed wider world. I mean, let's look at the idea of story. How would you speak to a filmmaker about that?
I'll tell you. I think the mistake filmmakers do is that they stuck their characters inside a movie. Their characters never live outside of the film. So now my advice to filmmakers, start with the character before the story. Make them alive outside of the film. Social media is a great platform for living creatures. So instead of putting your character and introduce him or her in a film, no. Introduce them first on social media. Make them lovable. Make them close to people. And when your characters are famous, the fund will run after you. I feel very bad for filmmakers who take their stories and run after funds. On the contrary, the fans should run after the story. So make your characters alive before the film and after the film. Make them long-living characters. And social media is for free, so it won't cost a filmmaker anything. Just a couple of social media expertise, and the money will come to you immediately.
Thanks.
For sure, it's nice.
What about marketing? How did you market yourself?
I market myself via myself. I'm just being myself. I always surprise people and come out with new ideas. So people buy into it and they go viral. I don't spend any penny in marketing except for my show.
Okay. And I mean, it's interesting that you mentioned the fact you think films are perhaps a little backwards looking, and you obviously are a true trailblazer within the industry. Would you ever consider appearing in a film?
Yes, I'm writing my feature movie now.
You're writing a feature movie?
Myself.
Is that an exclusive?
Not really, but I'm just every now and then I start writing chapters of the story, but it will be a surprise. I wanted a regional film. I want an Emirati director, a DOP from Morocco, an actor from Syria, and for sure me from Egypt. It has to be a collaboration between the whole region. It's a small world now. I can't go and make an Egyptian film, or you can't go and make an Emirati film. It has to be in collaboration. This is the future, my dear.
Okay. I hope we'll see it premiered at DIF next year.
Yesterday, I was talking to an Emirati guy. I was so much surprised. 5 years ago, when I first came to Dubai Film Festival, there was only one film, The City of Dreams. But now they are featuring 12 movies in the festival. They deserve a clap.
Thanks, Abla. So, going back to your work in advertising, I know it's a film festival, but we can't talk about films all day. You did have a bit of a rough ride with the Vodafone campaign, which you've already mentioned for those in the audience that don't know. You were investigated by the Egyptian prosecution for being all manner of strange things, spies, Masonic, etc. It must have been quite a challenging time for you. I mean, what are your memories of that time?
Paranoia is the mother-in-law of innovation, of invention. And you know, in the Middle East, it's very unstable now. So people are living in fear. And when you are afraid, you do crazy things. So one of the crazy things these people did is accusing me. I didn't defend myself. I just became myself and made fun of the story, and people bought into me. Now the guy who accused me at that time, he had 20,000 followers on Twitter, and I was 40,000. Today I'm almost 500,000, and he ran down to 15,000. I always use opportunities for my good. I'm a smart widow.
Well, yeah, I mean, you certainly seem to know how to work social media. I mean, you initially came very much from YouTube, Twitter, as you mentioned. Yeah, I mean, you really do serve as an example of how technology can be a gateway to success within the established media as well, including film, I guess. But others might possibly argue that YouTube is an enemy of film. It's certainly a lot easier and a lot cheaper to sit at home watching free films on YouTube than it is to go out to the cinema. And the internet is obviously full of pirated content that you don't have to pay for like you do when you go to the cinema. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think you're potentially an enemy of what we're all representing here today?
No, at all. I think we should merge what social media or YouTube offers to the cinema. There is no interactive film in the cinema. You go there and hold your popcorn bucket and you start munching and sometimes you sleep. What about holding your mobile while watching the film? What about a quiz inside the film that is answered by technology? I am looking for a day where I have to download the application before stepping in the movie theater. Interactivity should be integrated in the films. But people don't understand that. Most of the category are old, very old. But the future is with the young talents. They will be able to emerge technology with film. If this happened, it will be a great idea. No, YouTube is not a competition at all. It is an inspiration.
Thanks. Now, I think part of your appeal, be it on YouTube or on the TV or on Twitter even, is your sheer array of talents. You are, as we all know, a very talented lady. Let's not make any questions about that. You sing, you dance, you act, you present TV shows, your own included. And last year, of course, you topped the pop charts with Hassan al-Shafi. What do you think is really your greatest talent?
This is very nice question. My greatest talent is that I love experimentation. I love to always try new things. And among them all, I am a human. I am myself. And this is my greatest talent. I never try to cover it up or polish it. I try with myself everything. And that's how you get to know yourself more. And sexy for sure. That's my greatest asset.
I wouldn't argue with that for a moment, Abla. And of course, just this year, you also you won the Titanium Award at the Cannes Lions. That must have been quite a special moment.
I won a Cannes Award this year, a Titanium one. Have you ever won a Cannes? Losers.
What is the Titanium Award, Abla, for those that may not know?
Cannes Festival, Cannes Lion is an extension of Cannes Festival, but for advertising and creativity. And their awards is categorized by media channel or by the category of food, automotive, medications. And they offer from silver to gold to Grand Prix awards. But the Titanium Award is giving for creativity in absolute. And my case was very special. I've created a new business model in advertising. You know Fritos Cheetos? Fido Dido for 7-Up, Donald McDonald for McDonald's. These guys are just spokesperson for brands. But have you ever watched a movie where Donald McDonald is the star? Have you ever watched a song where Fido Dido is the singer? Never. They never became a brand on their own. But with myself, I was I was a brand ambassador, and then I grew to become a brand on my own. This is the first in the world. And that's why I was awarded a titanium for inspiring the advertising industry and creating a new business model. So now the brand agencies, when they create a spokesperson for the brand, they own it. They don't give it to Coke. They rent it to Coke. And they try to establish these characters as brands on their own. And that's how they're able to make more money. That's why I was awarded a titanium, my dear. عقبالكو. بلا خيبة.
And so I guess that's something you feel can carry over to the film community as well, is it? The idea that this new business model of creating a brand within yourself rather than selling another brand. Is that something filmmakers can learn from?
Absolutely. Like the Iron Man. Iron Man is stuck in a film and on shelf for merchandise. But what about Iron Man making a song? What about Iron Man making a TV show? What about Iron Man becomes a fashion model? These things filmmakers never think about. They develop a character for a 2 hours film, and that's it. They are silly. They can make even more money out of these characters. That's why I am telling them, think of the character before you think of the story. If the character is famous and lovable, the story becomes very obvious for you. They left the room, probably I'm boring.
So, I mean, are there any specific pieces of advice you would give to filmmakers there? I mean, you mentioned a TV show, obviously. Well, obviously Marvel have done that. They've pretty well franchised out their characters to TV shows. Specifically from the social media angle, maybe, which is where you very much came from. What do you think filmmakers can do there to help themselves?
I feel bad when they do a pages for the films. They launch the page before launching the film. And just it grows for a while. But go and check any of the film's Facebook pages. After the film is released, people leave the page because there is nothing more to tell. They've said everything in the film. I advise them that they have to extend their stories. If you have people that bought into your film on Facebook or on Twitter, engage them. Let their character be alive. Don't stop it when the film ends. Use the social media not only for advertising, but for engagement. You can build an asset from the social media. Your character can be an asset on its own. So look at social media and try to make benefit of them. Not only for advertising and publicity. I'm telling you, I'm waiting for an app for a movie.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's interesting, and it's not something that movies seem to have done a great deal. I mean, the last one I can think that's really kind of worked on that would probably be the Blair Witch Project back in 98, 99, I think, which did go overboard. And this was the days before Twitter as well,
Exactly.
you know, and it went overboard on this whole backstory, and everyone thought it was a true story because of what they did online. Nobody seems to have done it to that degree since then, even though it was such a success. Why do you think that is?
I don't know. This is a very boring question.
Fair enough. Well, thank you, Abla. Well, I guess finally, I know a popular celebrity such as yourself
Give me a sip.
may occasionally.
I've asked for orange juice, but they told me there is no orange juice.
You have water.
I like vodka.
Yeah, fair enough. No, I know you must spend a lot of time at events like this, walking the red carpet at film festivals, standing in front of the paparazzi, attending premieres all over the world, I imagine. But I gather this is your first time at DIF.
Yes, it is my first time as an official guest.
Oh, your
And
first
I
ti-
really like what they've done. They are forward thinkers. They know the tomorrow. They've seen the potential in myself. That's why they brought me here. And they deserve a clap, another clap for that.
That's brilliant, Abla. Have you managed to see many films while you've been here?
Yes, I've seen the one of Muhammad Khan before the summertime. And I like it. Not much, but I like it. And there is another film for Sharif el-Benderi that I am trying as well to watch, but I'm traveling tomorrow, so he's giving me a private screening today in my bedroom.
Will your hotel let them up? I'm sure anyone that's read The National today will know you've been having issues with getting guests into your hotel room.
No, I have bodyguards, don't worry.
Okay, well, Abla, it's really been a pleasure. I hope everyone has learned something about your own journey from the social media world to international superstardom. And I would also advise everyone to read today's story in The National about Abla's hotel guest issues, because I need the clicks.
More fame, more fame.
Thank you very much,
Thank
Abla
you,
Fahita,
Chris.
ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I will be at the red carpet outside in 20 minutes. So if you want to take photos with myself, I will be outside.
Oh, really? Okay. Abla,
Sure.
we're in luck. We're going to have to wing it. We've got another half an hour to fill.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions, guys?
Should we do a Q&A?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Does that sound good to you? Okay.
Open to the public.
Let's open it up to the floor. It's either that or we talk about Cairo for half an hour, Abla.
Have you visited Cairo before?
I have.
Really? Did you like?
Yeah, a bit crowded.
It's crazy,
Yeah.
but it's so much inspiring. I believe dirt is good. Too much clean, no inspiration. Too much polished. But you find inspiration in dirt, in chaos. Where there is chaos, there is innovation. There are ideas. So come to Egypt. You will find lots of inspiration. I promise you, I swear. I'm an example here.
Okay, so just going back to the floor. Oh, well, we have a question anyway, actually.
Yeah. So, what inspired you in Egypt?
Sorry?
Like, what's your inspiration in Egypt? Like,
The
what
inspiration
inspired
in Egypt?
you?
People, history, nature, and little bit of glamour. But the inspiration, people are so much inspiring. We are almost 90 million, where there are different cults and sects. Every has his own world. Everyone has his own challenge. And these small worlds are the pure inspiration.
Thanks. Oh, yeah.
I will forgive you for this. But I can tell you my size instead. 35G.
That's an interesting point, Abla, because I hear that you have a special, talking of 35G, since we're on the subject, you have a special cooling bra. Could you explain that
Yes,
to
my
us,
Coleman bra. It's too hot in the summer in Egypt and here as well. So with my friend Batta, which means duck, we invented this Coleman bra, where you put it in the fridge for a couple of hours. Then you wear it and go out. It's very smoothing and nice. And in winter, I've invented Uggs bra with lots of wool inside. So it makes my chest warm for love.
It does beg the question of why you haven't marketed it since you've been so good at expanding your brand into so many areas. Is that something that could be on the cards?
I'm collecting the sizes of women for now. And you know we are in a very conservative culture, so I'm not sure this will work here, but I will do it one day for sure.
Thanks. Yep.
I hope so. I'm planning to be in film in 2017. You can't produce a good story in less than 2 years. So I'm working now on the story, but I promise you, it won't be 100% Egyptian. It will be a regional film that will inspire the industry and probably deserves another Titanium Can Award. I love awards and trophies. No, he's too old for me.
He's
I
too
want
short for
somebody
you.
who's young. I come from tomorrow, my dear. Probably Timberlake, I like him.
How did you achieve to reach different ages around the world?
Are you asleep? Do you have holes for her? Sorry, my dear, can you repeat the question?
How did you achieve to reach different ages?
The agents, what? I didn't. Do you speak English?
No, how do you go about reaching out to different age groups? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have partners who help me with that. I have a partner in advertising, partner in TV production, and now I'm looking for a partner in film production. These guys, they apply for me. And you know, I'm stretchable, I can fit them all. And I have my own agent as well who helped me with this. I am my own agent.
I suppose a lead on from that as well, I mean, because your popularity has come very much through social media, do you find that your fans are within a specific age group or demographic? You know, is it mostly younger people that are interested in you because of your social media background? Or
No,
do you...
I'll tell you, at the beginning, I was very original. So the main fans were the young, the progressive ones. But after a while, it grew to reach an older age. After ما يستاهلوش, I collected a regional fan base. And after the TV show, I've collected the parents. So now I have something for every person in the family. I have my social media who serves the young ages, and I have the TV show for the parents. So the whole family loves me. Although I have lots of haters as well. And I'll tell you something. My advice for you is celebrate failure. If you fail, go and drink champagne. Because you will never learn unless you fail. So never stop, always continue. And success will come eventually.
Cool. And just going back to the demographic question, because obviously you have appeared on certainly the BBC and other like international channels. I mean, how does your fan base, how does it look in terms of nationalities? And you know, do you have a lot of fans? You've got over 2 million Facebook followers. How many of those are within Egypt?
My fan base is 60% from Egypt, and 10% from Saudi Arabia. Kuwait, I have as well a large number from Kuwait and Lebanon. Very little from Morocco and the other side of North Africa. And I'm not sure how is it in Dubai, but I'm sure Lebanese people love me.
I'm sure after today it will be huge.
But after Egypt, Saudi comes right after. They are huge, you know, Saudi Arabia has so much potential there.
And well, so I mean, you've managed to spread your fan base to some degree in that sense, certainly. And one issue that the sort of Arabic film industry has always had is with creating films that actually spread.
It's because of the language.
You know?
It's because of the Egyptian slang language. You know, we've been producing films since the 40s, or maybe before that, less than the 40s, before the 40s probably. And all the region have seen Egyptian films. So the Egyptian language, they are very familiar with it, unlike the Khaliji or the Moroccan and the Algerian. But now with the music, we are starting to understand Khaliji and Lebanese. There is an example of a puppet in Saudi Arabia on social media called the Timsah, or the crocodile. They are huge in Saudi Arabia. but I don't think they have fan base in the region, and that's because of the language. But Egyptian language actually is a very good currency. It makes you very much familiar with the other regional participants. Population, amalgamation.
And certainly, if you look within the UAE, I mean, there's a big push to create the UAE cinema industry, both within the Dubai Film Festival, NJAS, etc., and of course over in Abu Dhabi, Image Nation specifically. I'm thinking because Zinzana premiered on Thursday, I think. So, what advice would you give from your experience of spreading your brand, your popularity across the region, to a film producer like Image Nation or like those that are making films through the NJAS funding from DIF? What would be your advice for spreading Pan-Arabian and indeed pan-globally to them?
I think they've done last year a movie called From A to B, from Abu Dhabi to Beirut.
That's right, yep.
This is a very good example of the future, where you bring the whole region in one story, and you make people engage in more out of their borders. So my advice to them is stay innovative and keep impressing and inspiring us with such collaborative projects. This is what I will tell them. And keep inviting me to red carpets.
Okay, do we have another question? Oh, so many. We'll go with that one first because I saw it first.
Can you tell us a little bit about your alter ego, the human that might be behind your interesting character?
I am behind myself. I'm an illusion, my dear.
Could it be someone? Could it be someone that people know? Are you a public figure in your other life?
I don't want to answer this. It breaks my integrity. But no. I'm the only one famous here.
Okay, we had some down here, on the end here.
I just wanted to get your opinion on something. The thing that I really value in films is that they finish in 2 hours, which obviously goes very much against what you've been saying about starting with characters and having characters that can run and run and run. Where do you see films and the fact that they finish in 2 hours? It's a story that with a start, beginning, middle, and end. Where do you see that medium, given that it's so much better from a business point of view to have something that can be replicated and can keep on going?
I'm not sure, but I think it's all about the characterization of the character. If the character is real and believable and engaging enough for people, they can live outside of the film. All what you need is a proper character sheet and a good screenwriter who is able to evolve the character over time, and a couple of people to handle the social media, and for sure an exclusive contract with the actor, so he can be stuck in the character, or he can even evolve it physically. But I think it's the matter of the characterization. It has to have a potential, and it evolves over time. Did I answer your question?
You are brilliant. This has been the best forum of all. It's kind of ironic asking an anime, but I asked the producers and was blown off and didn't get an answer. I need to get out a show that I want to syndicate globally on TV and radio on serious backstage policy, very serious issues, very esoteric information. And to break through and get that out to the world, because this information is blocked through the media. How would you go about doing that? Because you've got brilliant advice. I really appreciate all of your tips. Thank you and God bless.
If I understand your question probably right, I am a character who is able to tackle issues that nobody is able to talk about. Take, for example, the Coleman Bra topic. What about Hind Sabri or Dora saying that here on stage? Tomorrow they will slaughter her. But with something as me, people accept. And I'm able to tackle things people are not able to talk about. And that's the whole magic. And I don't anything to scare me or afraid from. I have more guts than human.
So, but I think perhaps what the audience member is asking as well, obviously you do have certain advantages in terms of your physicality, in what you can say and how you can say it, that perhaps a more human Egyptian woman, not that I'm denying your humanity, but that may have difficulty saying. What advice would you give to a more human person about how to get those messages out there that you've managed to get out and perhaps that they're struggling to get out?
Just don't be afraid. Say it out loud. You will inspire people, even if you are put in jail. Do you know that I have a case against me in court? They're trying to ban my show. I swear, I'm going to court on January the 3rd, so wish me luck.
I did spot Bassem Youssef here last night, actually, talking of Egyptian satirists who've had troubles with the police. Are you a friend of his at all?
I love Bassem Youssef. He's the one who introduced me to the mass, and I will always owe him a kiss. He's a great guy. He inspired the whole generation. He inspired the whole population. But as I told you, fear is the mother of... Paranoia is the mother-in-law of invention. So after he inspired the world and he started to criticize the regime, they banned him. And people actually supported the ban, which is ridiculous. But I love the guy. He's a great man. Clap for Bassem Youssef.
Will the two of you perhaps be collaborating while you're both in Dubai? I know you've only got 24 hours left, but...
Sorry, I didn't get it.
Will you maybe be collaborating with him while you're both here in Dubai at the festival?
We had the talk on the red carpet, and he's inviting me for orange juice tomorrow morning. So probably we might do something, but in secret.
Cool. Any more questions? Yep.
Hello, Abla Fahita.
Hello.
نورتي.
أهلا بك.
أهلا بيكي.
أخيرا حد بيتكلم عربي.
حبيب قلبي.
يا عيوني.
Is there any singles after ما يستاهلوشي?
No, I don't repeat myself. I did it once, and I won't do it again, unless it's with Ricky Martin.
Okay, thank you.
Do you want me to sing again?
Yes, please.
Okay, I might.
And I can sing with you.
لا 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 يا حبي ما تسيبنيش، أنا قلبي عندي وما تخبيش، يا هوا يا هوا.
ما يستاهلوشي. Sing a little bit of ما يستاهلوشي.
ما يستاهلوش الناس تعبني، ما هو مش فاهمني، يمكن ده لاني غير كل الناس، هلبس نضارتي وافتح مزيكتي واعيش بطريقتي لو عكس الناس.
ما يستاهلوشي. Thank you.
Yeah, we've got another question down here.
Abla, when you started out with one YouTube video, what was your intention? Certainly you wouldn't have expected this level of success. So what was the plan back then?
I know there was no plan. I just did it to inspire people and for myself to laugh. Never put a plan, never put a plan. Things grow. Just be true to your idea and don't listen to anybody. Just listen to yourself. And if the idea is good, it will put its plan on its own.
So you did genuinely start out on YouTube with no plans at all?
All, just for fun.
Yeah?
The whole thing is how you manage your idea. It's very easy to come up with ideas, but the most important and difficult part is how to manage this idea. For example, when I got accused for being a terrorist, I was very talented in managing it. I flipped the page. I used it to my benefit. And this is actually the pure talent, is how to manage the idea. There are lots of good ideas around, but nobody takes care of them. That's the whole problem.
Well, I mean, that's an interesting sort of lead on from that, because, I mean, you went on YouTube, you put a video on there for fun, because you wanted to. You started gathering followers. And that obviously that can happen to anyone. It can happen to a young filmmaker, a young comedian, whatever. So how did you manage it when you started gathering that many followers? How did you manage it from the point of a single YouTube video to the international celebrity you are now? You know, how did you deal with that process?
It organically happened. When the first video I put online, it got fans, I started my Twitter and Facebook page. People started talking to me and interacting with me. So I replied and engaged them even more. Then I decided to do another film, and I posted it for fun again. People loved it, and I grew even more. And then after the Vodafone acquisition and the Bassem Youssef appearance, I've become so much popular. So I've decided to go to stardom. First thing, I went to Paris, and I did a cosmetic surgery where I grew my assets. I made my tongue longer and my boobs bigger.
Just keeping with the social media popularity, I know you have 2.3 million Facebook followers, thereabouts. Probably
It's 2.5 now.
Okay. It was 2.3 something last night when I checked.
I was lying.
Do you have any idea how many YouTube views you've had in total across all your videos?
Over my videos, I have 20 million for the show and almost 13 million for my Stahlushi. Then it's 33 million. And on my page, I think I have 5, almost 40 million.
Wow.
I'm impressive, you know?
So I guess that's something that aspiring filmmakers in the audience could take on board and learn from.
Absolutely. I have 8 million audience every week watching my show. I am number 2 in the market right after, I think, The Voice. Maybe if I'm correct, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm lying.
Would it be fair to say that in terms of social media, certainly you're the most popular puppet in the world?
I'm the most followed puppet in the world. Simpson has more followers, but Simpson is cartoon, not human like myself.
And of course, there's several of them. You're one person.
I'm bigger than Miss Piggy online, you know that?
How do you compare with our old friend Kermit the Frog?
With whom?
Kermit.
With Kermit, no, I don't like frogs. I only drink their soup.
Any questions?
I have to go powder my nose enough. I have to wear bathing suit and go to the beach. Anybody wants to go swim? Cute men, where are they? Conservative. Thank you. Thank you, Chris, for this lovely chat.
Sorry?
Thank you, Chris, for this lovely chat.
Oh, have you finished?
I have to go powder my nose,
I think we had one more question for you.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Can I take only one, please?
Yeah, thank you. I'm just a new fan of yours now, actually. And I want you to do something for me, if you don't mind.
Huh?
Yeah. Is it okay with you?
I didn't get you. I don't understand Chinese.
I want you to do something for me now.
He would like you to do something for him. He's not specified what it is yet. So.
Bad boy. Where are you from?
I'm from India.
I can make you a Tajin curry. Come to my room. I will breastfeed you. I told you I have to go. They will ban me from Dubai.
That's really nice of you, but I really want you to do something for me right now.
What would you like me to do?
Can you drink that glass of water for me?
Glass of?
Water.
Water?
She doesn't like water. She wants an orange juice, and they won't
I want
bring
orange
her.
juice.
They won't bring her an orange juice. This has been the issue since the very beginning of the session, and I think it's very poor organisation to not bring her an orange juice, which she would, of course, drink for you if it was there, but it isn't. So she can't.
Yalla.
Right, thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Abla Fahita. Thank you.
Please. I love you all.
Thanks.
Thank you. Give me a kiss.
Oh, go on.
He smells good. Goodbye.